Hello, good morning. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome one and all to this momentous event that's happening on a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day, and we hope that you woke up okay because we got a lot of things in store for you guys for today. We get to bear witness how Level Up Academy unravels itself, and we have prepared a lot of things for you guys to enjoy for this day. I hope you're excited because I am, even though I'm shaking right now, but I'm really, really excited. So, we have amazing prizes to games to a lot of things. So, let's get those minds working. And I want to say hi to all the people who are present right now on our Zoom chat. We want to recognize our audiences from New Zealand, Level Up teachers, yeah, current and previous students, trivia winners, other participants via Facebook, IG, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can watch the stream again through Facebook, IG, YouTube, and Twitch. But before we start properly, we want to give you something to entice you guys. So the past few weeks, we have been posting trivia questions on our Facebook page. If you guys have been following Level Up Academy, so far we have three lucky winners to join us in Zoom together with other guests. Okay, so I'm going to announce the winners and hopefully they're here. So if you hear your name, please do chat our Level Up Academy Game Marshal on the Zoom chat. And the person is called Level Up Academy. Okay, so chat them. All right, so here are the three lucky winners on Zoom. All right, so we have Melanie Medellin, Grant Axel Vince Despig, Christine Pauline Villanueva. So congratulations. Are you guys here? So if you are, again, please chat our Level Up Academy Marshal, Game Marshal. Again, they're called Level Up Academy on Zoom. Again, the three lucky winners for our past trivia questions is Melanie Medellin, Grant Axel Vince Despig, Christine Pauline Villanueva. Are you guys here? Please chat right now so that we can proceed with the event happenings because we are so excited to share with you guys this day. I mean, it's just 2 hours, but we're going to enjoy anyway. So if you're here again, please send a message to our Level Up Game Marshal called Level Up Academy on Zoom to confirm your attendance and for you to claim your prize. I'll be announcing the prizes as well later on. Okay? All right. So if you are here again, please chat us on Zoom. All right. Give you a few seconds to do that. If not, we'll proceed with other things. And we want to thank our sponsors for this event to happen. We have Ahabon, All Go Be Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good. We have Habit Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit, Extreme Adventure Academy, and I'll be announcing the prizes for today. All right, so I just confirmed from our tech geniuses. There's only one trivia winner, and that is Christine. Hello, Christine. Thank you for joining us today. Congratulations. You will be winning 500 pesos cash. So please, again, do chat Level Up Academy on Zoom, okay? All right, let's move forward. We're going to choose 5 winners to get a chance to win a grand prize, our great game later on. So to everyone who's present right now, you can do so. Just chat your answers. The first one to chat their answers will get the prize. Okay, so here are the rules for this game. For you to get a chance to win the grand prize later on, chance lang ha, not. So you need to get the answers correctly. Okay, all right. So here are the rules. So a question will be flashed along with the choices. Type your answer in the Zoom chat box. Okay, So the first person who chats the correct answer will win 500 pesos. Okay, I want to win that, but unfortunately, I'm hosting the event. Okay, and gets to join the riddle game later on for a chance to win an even bigger prize. Imagine 500 pesos is good enough, and then you could get a chance to win an even bigger prize. So, if you win this trivia, please chat the Level Up Academy user on Zoom to confirm your prize. Okay? All right, all right. All right. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. I don't know the answers to this trivia, but yeah, let's get into it. So again, chat your name. I mean, chat your answer on the Zoom chat box. Okay, the first question: what happens when you travel faster than the speed of light? Is it A, you get spaghettified? B, you will be able to travel to the future? C, you will disappear? Or D, you will be able to travel back to the past? All right, so chat your answers right now. We'll give you a few seconds to do so. So if you know the answers, better get those fingers working. All right? Okay, all right. Giving you a few seconds. Toot, toot. I'm doing my what do you call this? Background music or whatever. All right. So no one is getting the answer. Again, what happens when you travel faster than the speed of light? A, you get spaghettified. B, you will be able to travel to the future. C, you will disappear. Or D, you will be able to travel back to the past. We have an answer from James Guardiario. Unfortunately, but fortunately, you got the right answer. So congratulations to you. Or well, we're giving also chances to other winners. So again, what happens when you travel faster than the speed of light? A, you get spaghettified. B, you will be able to travel to the future. C, you will disappear. Or D, you will be able to travel back to the past. So congratulations, James. You got the answer right. You will be able to travel to the future. What a treat. All right. Let's move on to another question that we have here. So, second trivia question. What function does the flea play in John Donne's 1996 poem, The Flea? A, a metaphor. B, a simile. C, conceit. Or D, analogy. So again, to all the participants, please type your answers on the Zoom chat box so you can win, so you can get a chance to win 500 pesos and of course get a chance to join us in the grand prize. So just type in, get those fingers working. So what function does the flea play in John Donne's 1996 poem, The Flea? All right, giving you a few seconds to do so. You guys can actually Google this, you know, like be witty and all that. You can like go somewhere if you don't know the answer. Just saying, just giving you like a tip. If not, all right. Just waiting for people on the Zoom chat. Again, when we want to thank our sponsors. We have Ahabon, All Go Be Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth Friendly Daily Habit, Extreme Adventure Academy. And just want to announce the prizes that we can get for today. We have 500 pesos cash, we have Ahabon vouchers, we have All Gobi vouchers, we have a grand prize, which I will not announce right now, but I will say later on. And another grand prize for all the people out there who are very adventurous and for all those people who are seeking to learn and gain more knowledge. Okay? All right. Again, last chance for you to answer this question to win 500,000 pesos. Well, 500 peso cash. What function does the flea play in John Donne's 1996 poem, The Flea? Is it A, metaphor, B, simile, C, conceit, or D, analogy? All right, so if you guys don't want to answer this question, we can pass. We can move on to the next question. No takers? All right, I could actually answer this question so that I could win the 500 peso cash, but I'm giving you guys a chance right now. Go, chat or Zoom, right now. Just type in A, B, C, or D for your answer. Again, you can stream us live through Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or Instagram. So there you go. All right. No, none. Okay, we have George Sue. Okay, he says, I believe it's a metaphor. Unfortunately, George, I'm so sorry to say this, but no, it's not metaphor. So there are only 3 choices left. It's not a metaphor. Oh, someone got it right. Let's see who got the answer right. So who is it? Let's ask from our tech geniuses. So I'm just gonna say the answer since someone got it right already. It's C. Can see. So congratulations to whoever you are who got the answer right. It's Shanalyn Portugal, right, from Facebook. Congratulations. Wow, fast Google, huh? All right. Let's move on to the third question that we have for today. All right, let's move on. Third trivia question. Let's go. Let's get it on. Oh, this is actually very long. Okay, so 5 people are running in a straight line. When they reached the top of a cliff, the first 4 were able to stop with no space between each other, but the last one didn't see, and so charged through and bumped into person 4. Person 1 and 2 fell off the cliff before their muscles were even able to react. Who hits the ground first? Is it A, person 1, B, person 2, C, you need more information, or D, simultaneous? This sounds like a math question that I am not able to answer, so good luck to you guys. Answering that question will give you a few minutes to do so. All right. Go, get those fingers working. You can place your answers anywhere as long as it's in Level Up Academy, okay? All right. So again, let me read the question once more. 5 people are running in a straight line. When they reach the top of a cliff, imagine this. The first 4 were able to stop with no space between each other, but the last one didn't see and so charged through and bumped into person 4. Person 1 and 2 fell off the cliff before their muscles were even able to react. Who hits the ground first? Is it A, person 1, B, person 2, C, need more information, or D, simultaneous? I can't even think right now. As I was reading, I don't even know who. Like, I can't begin to imagine. I don't want to fall off a cliff, but for this scenario, if you get the answer right, you get 500 peso cash and get a chance to join in to win an even bigger prize for the grand prize. So again, type in your answers. The first one to type it will get the 500 peso cash. None? No takers? None? No? All right. Giving you a few seconds again to thank our sponsors. We have Ahabon, we have All Be Good Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit. We also have Extreme Adventure Academy for making this event possible, and we have a lot of things in store for you guys. So this is just the start. We're just pumping you up. We're just warming you up for what happens next, because we have a lot going on. All right, we have an answer from Arnold Evarato, and we have an answer from Marie. Let's see who got it first. Hold on, let me check the timestamp. All right, 10:17. Oh my gosh, how will we do this? You guys send in your answers simultaneously at 10:17 a.m. and the answer is D, simultaneous. So let's give Marie and Arnold a round of applause for winning the prize, the 500 peso cash. So congratulations to you guys. You won the third trivia question. All right, do we have like a fourth question for today? All right, let's move on to the next question to give a chance to other people as well to join. But anyway, I think that's all, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for joining. And to all the winners, again, please chat our Level Up Academy Game Marshal on Zoom, or to all those people who join in Facebook, you can message Level Up Academy on Facebook and tell us that you won the prize with your complete name, okay? All right, then let's move on to greater things. So I want to share to you guys that we're going to get a glimpse of how we change the game of learning here at Level Up Academy. So we've got five wonderful professionals, wonderful teachers from Level Up Academy to show us how it's like to be in a class, to have that learning experience here at Level Up Academy. We have Ray Lynn, we have Mackie, we have JC, George, and Lewis. Raylin will be talking about different learning styles. Mackie will tell us about solar energy. We have JC talking about how music helps you learn better. And George with chemical solvents, their uses, and chemical safety. And of course, Lewis, the best studied techniques according to science. So I'm just going to give them the floor right now and just enjoy how a class is like, or how the learning experience is like here at the Level Up Academy. Take it away, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Pete. That was a very thorough introduction to our teachers. So today, my name is Raylene. I'd like to talk to everyone about the different learning styles. So Iris, take it away. Can I have my slides? Iris? All right, here we go. All right, so today I'll be talking about different learning styles. Just to be brief, I'll give you guys my background. I started teaching around 2013, and that was an informal teaching experience. And after that, I just kept teaching. It's one of the things I'm very passionate about, and I'm super thankful to have the privilege to teach. I took up literature and psychology, so a lot of my subjects are really revolving around those topics. Next slide, please. All right. So the reason that we want to talk about different learning styles today is because we're very used to people being fit into boxes. So when you see these things showing on screen right now, I am sure no one is new to this concept, right? We can't use the same metric or the same test for every person because every learner is unique. And if we try to fit everyone in the same mold or to gauge everyone's ability using the same test, then we're not going to get accurate results. And other people will feel like they're incapable or that they're not as good because they're not being tested in what they're good at. Next slide, please. Sorry. Right. So today I'm here to talk about the VARK model. So when we talk about different learning styles, there are actually so many theories and paradigms out there. Psychologists and theorists have been trying to help us understand how people actually learn, and they come up with these models to provide us a way to look at learning. So one of the models we're going to take a look at today is the VARK model. This is by no means the best model in the world. This is the one that Level Up uses because it allows us to look at our students and to gauge how we're going to approach them in our online platform. So the VARK model, the one I'm using, is actually from the 1992 version from Fleming and Mills. Let's have the next slide, please. All right. So the VARK model actually stands for visual, auditory, reading and writing, and kinesthetic. So let's start with letter V, visual learner. So the visual learner, contrary to how that word sounds, is not actually someone who likes to look at pictures. This is someone who likes to look at the bigger picture. So it doesn't mean that they're very visual in the literal sense. It means that they like to look at the broad eye view when they're trying to understand a concept or they're trying to learn something new. So if you have some people who like to look at details, you have people who actually like to look at the bigger picture. And the reason that they want to do that is because that's how they understand things. To do that, they actually like looking at graphs, models, tables, and charts because these provide them an interpretation of what is going on in details, and it gives them the summary. All right, let's have the next slide. All right. So the second one is the auditory learner. So for auditory learning, these are people who like to listen, people who learn best when they hear what they have to learn, when they hear their material or listen to other people talk or to hear themselves talking. So if you know people who are actually talking to themselves or likes to talk to other people when they're trying to figure out a concept or to learn something, these are our auditory learners. Let's have the next slide. All right, so the next one is reading and writing. So the readers and writers, these are the learners that are most abundant in our education system right now. So if you go to school, a lot of the teachers are actually readers and writers, and of course, a lot of the students as well. But then the reason for this is not because they were born like this, but because the system was built this way, and whether or not they learned it or they were born to be like this, we can't really say. All right, so these are the people who learn best by reading text, by taking down notes, or by looking at PowerPoints like what I'm doing right now. So I might actually be a reader and a writer. Next slide, please. The last one is the kinesthetic learner. So the kinesthetic learner is actually the rarest learner. And the reason for that is a lot of the people in schools today, they actually look at the blackboard, look at the PowerPoint, and take down notes. No one really does interaction so much. Rarely do we see teachers who actually bring their students into the ground, into the actual experience so that they can interact with their material. But these kinesthetic learners are the people who prefer experiential learning. They have to experience things for them to understand the concept, for them to learn something new. That's why they're often neglected in the education system. And if you see someone lagging behind, it's probably likely that they might be kinesthetic learners. All right, now I'd like to talk about what the VARC model, what knowing about different learning styles is, and what it isn't. Let's have the next slide, please. All right, okay. So I have 3 points when we're talking about learning styles. The number one is there is no perfect learning style. So if people look at this VARC model or any other model that allows you to understand learning, don't think that there is one best way to learn, but you might prefer one way to learn more than another. So for example, I am using PowerPoint slides right now. Does that mean that I am just a reader and a writer? No. Does that mean it's the best way to teach? No. But some people might actually find that better. I might actually find that easier as well as a teacher. Now that will depend on a lot of things, all right? The second point is learning is a spectrum. So connected to my first point that there is no one perfect learning style, but there is a preferred learning style. Every person is actually within that spectrum of the 4 learning styles. I could be a reader and writer. I could also be a visual learner. I could also be kinesthetic. So if you think that all the 4 learning styles that I mentioned earlier actually fit you, that's correct. But you could actually be more dominant in one or the other, or even dominant for both. Doesn't make anything better than the other. Last point is everything can be learned. So earlier, when I was talking about reading and reading and writing, I mentioned that not everyone was born to read and write. Some of them actually learn it because when you were born, you didn't really know how to read and write yet. Personally, I was a visual learner. But after going to school, after going through formal education for a good 2 decades, right? You get used to it. And it's something that you can train. I'm not saying that everyone should change the way they naturally learn, but I'm saying that it is possible and there are no limitations to learners. So for the teachers in this call, I just want to know that knowing about these learning styles allows you to adjust the way you teach to the way a student learns. If what you're doing right now works, then you don't have to fix what isn't broken. But if something isn't working, then it's time to explore. Try a different teaching method. If you're using multimedia, maybe you should gamify it a bit for someone. Maybe they're kinesthetic learners. They want to experience the learning. And then if you're a learner, it's also nice to know your strengths and weaknesses. Next slide, please. All right, so this is my last slide. So the reason we want to talk about things like this is to be self-aware, because if we want to level up, right, we have to know our strengths and weaknesses so that we can start working on them and then improving. That's it for me. Thank you so much. Next, we'll be having Maki.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for that extensive explanation about learning styles. It's true that what they say, you can teach a fish how to climb a tree. So I just realized something. I may be a kinesthetic learner. So thank you again, Ray, for sharing that. We have coming up next another demo of how the learning experience here in Level Up Academy is. We have Mackie to talk about solar energy. Let's jump to science right now.
All right. Hi. Um, all right. So, hello, I'm Mackie. Right. Just a right. Just a brief background on what I do and what I do and right. So, why solar energy? Before as of right now, I am still studying engineering, and before I was in engineering, I was studying physics, applied physics. But now you're probably wondering why I went from that physics to engineering. And the reason why I transferred is that I found my calling, I guess you could say. My calling that would be is to help other people, and not in a cliche way, probably, um, in more of a way of uplifting their life situation. And what do I mean by that? The title of my talk would say, that would be solar energy. And because of that, I went to engineering. I studied more about it. Excuse me. I'm studying more about it and trying to understand and learn and to utilize renewable source of energy. With the situation right now, I believe that um, for me at least, I would need to have more time and more opportunities to study abroad and understand more about this. And by abroad, um, the country, or yeah, the country that I'm thinking of is would be Germany. And why would I be going to Germany? The reason being is that as their country, as where they are right now, um they utilize their energy, or the energy that they use would be from, again, from the sun, from solar. And what's ironic about that is that the country is in Europe, which has more what do you call this, less sun time, or less daytime and more nighttime. But how is it that they would use their energy would be coming from the sun most of the time, while here in our place in the Philippines, we don't utilize that as much. And especially nowadays, it's really, really, really hot, and that's what I am trying to utilize in the future. In the future, that's how I would want to help other people, and that's how I would help, especially the less fortunate, with how the poverty is in the country right now, and how it's getting worse and worse. um my my goal, or my dream, or my vision would be to help lessen this, and make their lives more and more comfortable. And yeah, just to add, of course, you would know, like, some of these solar energy would be like from solar panels and all of that. And that is my goal. I want to make everyone, I would want to make um the people to have access to this. And I know, like, the reason why they don't have it right now is because of how expensive it is. And that's my goal, to make it accessible for everyone, and make sure that everyone will live under the comfort of their homes without feeling hot or feeling humid and feeling sticky everywhere basically. And yeah, um that would be my, at least for me, that would be my dream and that would be my passion, to help everyone, and help the people in need, and especially help our fellow countrymen. That is all. Thank you very much.
That was so amazing, Mackie. Thank you for sharing to us the importance of how solar energy is to everyone. Like we could power the house if we just utilize our sun, who has another 4.5 billion years to offer us its energy. So thank you so much. We have another demo coming up, and that is from JC of telling us how music helps you learn better. Maybe you're this type of learner. So take it away, JC.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm JC, and I'm going to be talking about something that I'm very passionate about, and that being music. So, a little bit of a background about myself in terms of music and how sort of my life has been surrounded by music. Essentially, when I was a kid, I was the typical kid that was forced to take piano lessons. I didn't necessarily like appreciate it at the time, and at the time I really hated it, but now I kind of wish I took it more seriously. And then when I was in Canada, I actually found a super big love for music through orchestral band and jazz band. So for a number of years, I played double bass in orchestral and jazz band. And ever since then, music has kind of always just been there in my life, sort of subtly influencing things, from things such as like some of the first jobs that I got when I was a kid, when I was like a teenager, instead of like, working at like a department store or something like that. Like I had a lot older friends that would refer to me, and I would sort of like get paid to help like play gigs for bands and stuff like that. And I would spend that money to go to go on concerts. So essentially, like I would return it back to the music scene as well. Um, when I moved to the Philippines, essentially, a lot of my paradigm shifted, and I saw music less as something in terms of like a career and more like something that enhances what I do every day. And I want to talk about how essentially that enhances my learning experience as not necessarily as an educator, but also as a student itself, and how it helped me. So I guess in terms of, I'm going to split this up in terms of playing instruments and how that could help you learn, and also listening to music in general and how that help you learn. In terms of playing instruments, it's 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 sort of like an outlet for working out your brain, if you know what I mean. Like for me, I very much over the recent years have found like a love and a hobby in like just picking up random instruments that I think, hey, that instrument looks really cool, I'll try to learn that. And I found that that has, really helped me as a learner, because learning and playing an instrument engages both sides of a person's brain. It sort of combines the logistical side in terms of motor skills, and also the more novel and creative side as well. It very much like stimulates both sides of your brains, and it's, like I said before, it's essentially a great workout, cognitive and physically as well. Now, in terms of sort of learning and just listening to music and how that can enhance your learning experience, I think that it's incredibly like relevant nowadays, especially because a lot of us are learning slash working from our homes and from our rooms. And I want to talk about how music essentially like helps to like make up a very informal term, sort of like a version of a controlled distraction, and how it helps someone learn. It sort of taught me that different people need different external stimuli. Ray mentioned this before, that people learn in different ways, and even auditorily people learn in different ways as well. It's it's a controlled distraction in the essence that music can sort of blank out the actual distractions that you might encounter while you're trying to study. It's sort of like when you're trying to fall asleep, and then your brain kind of starts picking up on all the very very tiny things to as like a last ditch effort to make it so that you're not going to sleep. I'm sure that a lot of people can relate that that happens a lot too when you're studying, when you're trying to really like hone in on a reading and you're trying to understand a new concept, and then suddenly you just find yourself like noticing that you're tapping your fingers on your table even more, or you're listening in on the conversation on the next table over, from studying in a public place like a library, or even just like random things like things falling over easily distract you. I think that music helps you learn in the sense that it gives a good ambience to it. Now that's also a double-edged sword. There's sort of a different way that you have to go about using music to enhance how you learn. You can't just put on like any random song and expect yourself to sort of immediately get like a boost in concentration over what exactly it is you're studying right now. More often than not, it can be separated into things such as ambience and rhythm and tempo. So when you're studying articulate subjects like statistics and accounting, basically anything that was already familiar and the terms and the theories are already in your head, it's just that you kind of need a jolt to get into the flow state of work to sort of crunch the numbers in your head. A lot of high tempo or high energy music could actually help you with that. A good example of that was actually the idle music that they used in the stream earlier. Like that's a really really good example of something that keeps a very good mid to high tempo that serves mostly to get a rhythm going and just gets you in the mood to sort of get your brain rolling. Now I found that for more theoretical and conceptual like lessons that you're trying to retain. So, for example, you're studying stuff for your major, or you're just trying to retain a new concept that you're trying to do a presentation on. A lot more, classical or orchestral music. That is more of like when the ambience itself takes over and you put yourself in a mood more so than a rhythm. So essentially, like that's sort of what I wanted to emphasize. It's that even in terms of something like auditory learning, it's also a matter of how you need to apply the theories and how you need to pace yourself when you're sort of giving yourself ambience to learn and to retain information. That is it. That is it. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for
Mhm.
explaining that very, very well, JC. No wonder they say experience is the best teacher, and some people study and then they make up a song, especially in the enumeration part of the test. Anyway, let's move on. We have another teacher to tell us another aspect in our life, which is chemical solvents, their uses, and chemical safety. I don't know how that applies to you, but here we go. We have George who will talk about that. So take it away, George.
Hello, everyone. So I'm George, and I'll be just briefly going over my background. So my background is in chemistry, applied chemistry, and we are focused on mostly industrial chemistry. And then my work experience would be as a chemical safety and environment officer. So today I'll be discussing about chemical solvents, their uses, and their chemical safety. So you might be wondering why I picked this topic. So for one, that's my specialty, being working as formerly work as a safety officer in the chemical industry. But also because that to show you that you don't need a chemical background to know these kinds of topics. So I'll just be going over my experience. So when I went to the chemical industry, we were taught these different products that the company offered. So we have different solvents like hexane, toluene, acetone, and isopropyl alcohol, to name just a few. And it's not just us, the safety officer, the chemist in the company who should know these things. Actually, even the salespeople, the operations, and even the managers. This is because as the sales team, they're not just selling the products just blindly. They have to sell the products by knowing them, to tell the customers their uses, and they're the frontliners when the customers ask questions. The operations team are responsible for booking deliveries, and so that's obvious. They should also know their products. So every Saturday, we have these discussions about the products. So we have different product groups. Okay, so that's my point. So everyone can learn this chemistry topics. Okay, so let's go now to the subject proper. You heard me mentioning some of the products. So toluene, hexane, acetone, isopropyl alcohol. So my question for you is, what do these names mean to you? I might be receiving answers that they're harmful, okay, synthetic, or maybe I don't know this chemical, or maybe some of you know these common names like acetone because we use that in the nail polish, or isopropyl alcohol since we use that for disinfecting. Okay, so these are just common items, and one way to know them is to look at the end use of these chemicals. So since we're just selling the raw materials, which are these chemicals, we were also taught that about the end use of these products. So let's see. An example would be toluene. What is toluene? These are used in paints and adhesives. So this is the one which is responsible for the distinct smell of rugby. The smell of rugby. So another is acetone. I'm sure everyone, most of us will be familiar with this, especially the females who like to have nail polish, because this is a solvent that is used to dissolve the nail polish. Okay. And next, hexane. I think this one is a bit new for most of us. Hexane is used in extraction in food. So think about soybeans, soy sauce. This is the solvent that is being used to extract the oil and other extraction from the soybeans. Okay, so that's just a brief background. Also we also discussed about the product groups. So we have alcohols. So some of them would be isopropyl alcohols. One another is ethyl alcohol or ethanol. So we group these different chemicals into product groups, and these product groups would most often have the same uses. So alcohols would be used for disinfectant. We have two, isopropyl and ethyl alcohol for that. Next would be ketones, which is acetone. Acetone is just an example of that. And their use would be in nail polish, perfumes, um, no, not perfumes, polish, nail polish, and adhesives as well. Next, we have hydrocarbons, which are hexane, um, butane. These are more heavy materials, hydrocarbons. So they're mostly used as a Most of them are fuels, okay, like octane in gasoline and etc. So these are the basic that we had to discuss to know in our Saturday meetings in my previous company. Okay, so last part. So we see that these chemicals are useful. And the last part, which is my role as a safety officer, is to discuss their risks. So as the ancient chemist Paracelsus once said that everything contains poison and nothing is without poison. The dose is the one that makes it either a poison or a cure. So in chemical safety, we discuss the hazards and the risks involved. So as I mentioned about the dose, uh, we were we were taught how to distinguish. So in we have this document called a safety data sheet where you can find the lethal dosage, which states how many grams or liters, if it's a liquid, per kilogram of body mass would it take to kill or be lethal. So that's one of the aspects that we had to know. Another thing would be their physical hazards. So physical hazard would be either flammable or if it's a explosive, we don't handle explosives. So we just mainly handle physical hazards, which is the fire hazards. So once we know that, um, so we have physical hazards, health hazards, as I mentioned, the lethal dose, and next, the environmental hazards. So there are three. So their impact on the environment, that's the last part, which is the environmental hazard. If it's toxic to aquatic or the land and marine life. So once we know and label these chemicals, we put a symbol. If it's a flammable hazard, we put a flame symbol. Toxic would have the poison symbol, which is the skull and crossbones. And for environmental hazard, we have a symbol of a dead fish and dead tree. So now we label these chemicals. Now, how do we manage this risk involved? So first of all, that's labeling or or telling the workers that informing them of the hazards involved. And next is we place a storage storage control. That's where we have a grounding that's just connecting the chemical storage tanks to the ground for it to have to stabilize their electrical charge, because once there's electrical charge and it comes into contact with the flammable liquids, that would cause an explosion or fire. So that's how we mitigate those risks. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, George. It's really true that you really learn something every day. You never know what these chemicals can be used for and their benefits and what harm they can do to the environment. So knowledge really is power. You never know when you can use it for a zombie apocalypse to your advantage. Just saying. All right, we have last but not the least another teacher to tell us about a specific niche. We have Lewis talking about the best study techniques according to science. So take it away, Lewis.
Thanks. Hello everyone. My name's Luis, and just a brief background on myself. I'm currently a third-year medical student from the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health, where I'm pursuing my medical degree and Master of Business Administration. And I took up my pre-med of BS Psychology at UP De La Man. So, as a medical student, I've been continuously studying basically for the as long as I can remember, and I've basically gone through every single study technique there is, from your standard note taking all the way to more advanced techniques, which I'll be talking about in this short presentation. So basically, basically trial and error in my studies, there are two main principles when it comes to studying, and to study effectively when, as especially as a medical student, where there's just so much information to absorb. The two main principles that I use are active recall and spaced repetition. So let's first define what active recall and spaced repetition are. So active recall is basically, in simple terms, testing yourself without the book. And this is the main pillar on which I build all the information that I have to know as a student. And I think it's something that all students should really integrate should integrate into their study methods, because in active recall, when we try to recall the information without looking at the reference material, it actually builds the neural connections for us to retrieve that information. And this has been proven in scientific literature, that I've read, and this is why I adopted it into my study strategies as a medical in my study strategy as a medical student. And and the good thing about active recall is that the principle can be applied in many ways, and it's something that I apply mainly through flashcards, but it can also be done through practice testing, where you do mock exams on or exercises in the book, or it can be simply through uh, presenting, explaining a concept in your own words to another person as if you're teaching them. And if you're able to do do these things, it without having to look at the reference material, you'll find that over time you'll start to recall the information much easier compared to just the simple the studying strategies that we're normally used to, which is just rereading, note taking, and so on. Because these normal methods that we're very used to doing, and most students do, are very quite passive and actually requires more effort to actually remember the material compared to active recall. Because it's in the scientific literature, it shows that just one instance of active recall is actually better than rereading the textbook 3 or 4 times. And I think, like, if you have to read like 50 pages of a textbook, if you just need to test yourself once, that's gonna take up way less time comparing to reread those 50 pages 3 to 4 times. Okay, so moving on to spaced repetition. And spaced repetition is basically increasing the intervals at which you review. So in the psychology literature, the studies have shown that when you learn something, the rate at which you forget it is exponential. In that, for example, when you listen to a lecture or you read a book, about half the content that, for example, like about half the content that you learn will be gone by the time you about like 6 hours afterwards. This is just as an example. It will differ per situation. And like after another 6 hours, another half will be gone. So you will continuously forget over time. But with the principle applying the principle of active recall, when you review it, the time this will go up back to its maximum of 100%, but the rate then that it will decay at will be decreased. So the principle here is that as you space out the repetitions, you're trying to find that sweet spot at which you're optimizing, where you're just about to forget the information and then you recall it. That way you're maximizing the time at which you will remember the information. And if you're preparing for something that is still far away, like say you're preparing for a board exam or a final exam that is like a month or 3 months away, this is the time it's very optimal to apply spaced repetition technique. Because if you, instead of having to review the same topic every day for a month, you will get as good of retention or even better by spacing them out even further. So that way, um, you have more time to also review the other content. So that's basically the two principles that I use in my studies. And if you want to learn the science a bit more, like I've created videos and posted them on my YouTube channel that explain the scientific literature behind them. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out on my channel, Chinoy MD, and I have a playlist there on all the different study methods that I use for my studying in medical school. So thank you for listening.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that very informative talk, Luis. It's really amazing to all the people out there who are taking boards or going to take the exam for you guys to retain the things that you just studied for. And that was really wonderful and really helpful to everyone out there. Now, I want to take this time to thank all the teachers who shared their specific topics here. We want to thank everyone from Ray to Mackie to JC, George, and Lewis for giving a wonderful demo class. This is what you get to experience. This is the learning experience here in Level Up Academy. So thank you so much. You all are wonderful. And for this time, Level Up Academy wouldn't be possible without these amazing professionals behind it. So, to all the people who are watching right now on Facebook, Twitch, or wherever, I just want you guys to comment in a heart react or heart react or whatever. Please, no violent reactions, but yeah, to just give our appreciation for them. So, thank you so much. So, we want to honor all the efforts. They put it into a student's learning experience and all those hard work that they have done. So with that, we want to share with you guys this amazing video that we have prepared, especially for our teachers out there at Level Up Academy. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Watch it right here.
So what keeps Level Up running anyway? To answer that, we'd like to introduce you to the people who make Level Up Academy possible. Our hard-working teachers. We find and select them from different backgrounds and areas of expertise, work with them, and give them the opportunity to share what they themselves have had the privilege to learn. We'll even make sure to match our educators to learners' specific needs. But Level Up isn't looking for certificates and degrees. We look for the knowledge, the skill, and the heart to teach. Through our 3-step application, we qualify teachers on what they know, as well as how they communicate and connect with people. Level Up Academy is building a community of learners who share the gift and joy of learning. We bridge educators and learners to form one social learning enterprise where everyone involved is elevated. Thank you again to all our wonderful educators. This wouldn't be possible without you.
Wow, really amazing. From different industries, you can learn a lot. And Level Up Academy right now is looking to expand to reach more individuals who has the heart to teach, the skill, and the knowledge to share with learners out there from different niche. So if you have the passion, the heart to teach, then we are looking for you. Just visit our website, just visit our Facebook page for more information. That's Level Up Academy. So now, are you guys ready? This is one of the most favorite part of people and the best part to, exercise your competitive edge because we are gonna play our first game. All right, to everyone who's watching, to everyone who's in Zoom, to Facebook, listen to the mechanics that we have here. All right, it's placed on the screen, so check it out. So I'm just going to read how to play this game. This one is called Kahoot. What is Kahoot? So to join the game, use the Kahoot mobile app or go to kahoot.com. That's KAHOOT.com. Of course, you know how to spell .com. And type the code that is seen on the screen. So let's flash the code so that people can join. So again, go to Kahoot mobile app or go to kahoot.com that you can see on screen, www.kahoot.it. Or you can download the Kahoot app. All right, give you a few minutes and I'll just discuss the mechanics and the rules for this game. So make sure to use your real name so that the prizes can be given to you accordingly. Okay, So please don't use Angelina Jolie unless your name is Angelina Jolie right there. All right, so up to 100 players can join the game. So to everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, I urge you guys to type in kahoot.it right now, okay? And place in the code or the pin that's located or that you can see on the screen. That's 6107990, okay? So moving on, you have 30 seconds to choose an answer. But the faster you answer correctly, the more points you gain. So this is a challenge of, this is a game of wits and swift, yeah. So, okay, the winners will be announced at the end of this event. So make sure you don't go anywhere. You keep stuck here, okay? So, first placer will get the grand prize, of course. Second and third placers will get another prize. All right. So I hope your minds are ready to take on this challenge because we're gonna start in a bit. I'll give you time to log in and just join this this game because for the prizes for this game, just gonna tell you right now, we have GCs for organic soap and shampoo bars. We have succulents, like real live succulents that you can raise on your own as your babies or whatever you do so as you please. We have products from Bear Good, which is a zero waste starter kit. We have shampoos, conditioner, body, deo, feminine wash, like anything that has to do with hygiene that promotes zero waste. We also have prizes from our sponsor, which is Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit. We have a multi-purpose hinabi drapes, hinabi, sorry. Why did I say that in a different way? Hinabi or weave, I think, in English. Drapes for travel and home use. And of course, we have a grand prize, which is a full scholarship from Level Up Academy. This is going out to the Kahoot game's first placer, mind you. So this is like a really, really big game. So, and also later on, I will also give out the prizes or announce the prizes for our second game for this game. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Ahabon, All Gobi Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit, and of course, Extreme Adventure Academy. And to everyone who's joining us from different parts of the world, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate that you took this time on your weekend to join us. So we want to say hi to all the people who are in our Facebook live watching and giving us some love. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying this event, even though it's virtual. But I encourage you guys to join our Kahoot game, which we will be giving out a lot of prizes. If only I can join, I would. But I already know the answers to the question, so that would be unfair. Again, you can download the Kahoot app or go to www.kahoot.it, which you can see on your screen, and just make sure to use your real name so that we can give your prizes accordingly. A lot of players can join, so I urge you guys to go and do that now. So if you're there in the website or the app, just type in that pin 6107990. All right, giving you time to join us. Go ahead and do so because we have a lot of prizes to give from you guys. To you guys, I mean, from our different sponsors. We have GCs of organic soap and shampoo bars from Ahabon. We have succulents, the plant. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. From All Gobi Purpose Studio, Everything Good. We have zero waste starter kits that has to do with everything hygiene. Zero waste shampoo, conditioner, body deo, feminine wash, in bar form, of course, because we were promoting zero waste. And of course, we have multi-purpose hinabi drapes for travel and home use from Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit. So get a chance to win this. And there's also our grand prize for the first player for Kahoot, which is transferable, by the way. So it's transferable to someone who needs it. So if you know someone, join this game and win it. So that's a full scholarship from Level Up Academy. You can't find a lot of uh, online institutions doing that right now to give away a full scholarship. I repeat, a full scholarship from Level Up Academy for the first placer of this Kahoot game. So yeah, all right. All right, so I think that's everybody joining us. So are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. Are you? Let's start Kahoot. What is the largest mammal in the world? Is it red elephant, yellow blue whale, blue monkey eating eagle, or green hippopotamus? So type in your answers right now. First one to get it gets the point. What is the largest mammal in the world? You have 9 seconds to do so. 2, 1. Okay, the answer is the blue whale. Let's proceed to the second question. Right. The blue whale is a marine mammal belonging to the baleen whale suborder. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can read that, guys. All right, so the answer again is blue whale. Let's proceed to the second question. Which amphibian never sleeps, just like you? Is it red bullfrog, yellow marbled newt, blue celians, or green large blotch salamander? So this is open to all, so please type in your answers. Open to all participants. You can join mid-game. It's pinned in the lower right of the screen, okay? Right, the answer is red bullfrog. You got that right. All right, let's proceed to the third question. How many bones are there in the average adult human body? I think you know this because you have a body. Is it red, 184, yellow, 215? Is it blue, 206, or green, 320? I have a few seconds to answer this question. I don't even know how many bones I have in my body, honestly. I don't think I'm an adult yet, but yeah, you get the point. 5 seconds. All right, time's up. The answer is 206. All right, let's proceed to the next question. How long can the average person hold their breath? Is it red, 2 to 4 minutes, yellow, 30 to 90 seconds? Is it blue, 6 to 7 minutes, or is it 20 to 60 seconds for green? Join us again at kahoot.it. You can still join mid-game. You can do anything that you want to win these amazing prizes that we have for you today. 5 seconds left. The answer is 30 to 90 seconds, unless you're a free diver. All right, let's move on to the next question. What is the world's smallest bird? Is it red spotted pardalot? Is it yellow pink robin? Is it blue silver eye? Or green bee hummingbird? You have more than 15 seconds to answer this question. Again, inviting everybody watching on our different social media platforms to join us at kahoot.it. You can see at the lower right of screen for the game pin, that's 6107990. All right, time's up. The answer is the bee hummingbird. Yes, the one that you see in Pocahontas. Moving on to the next question. How many hearts does an octopus have? This I know. All right, is it red 1, yellow 3, blue 2, or green 4? right. How many hearts does an octopus have? Let's go. Let's do this. 10 seconds to answer the question. To everyone out there on Facebook, go, go, go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. All right, 3 seconds. Time's up. The answer is 3. Right, so an octopus has 3 hearts. All right. So as you can see, it's a systematic heart that circulates blood around the body, and 2 branchial hearts that pump it through each of the 2 gills. Octopus blood contains the copper-rich protein hemocyanin to transport oxygen. And it's so weird. They just go into different areas. Anyway, next question. What animal's urine glow under a black light? Is it a cat, a rat, termite, or armadillo? Again, red for cat, yellow for rat, blue for termite, or green for armadillo. All right, time's up. It's cat. Oh, I have cat. I didn't know that. All right, so our urine glows under a black light since it contains the element of phosphorus, so it gives that glow. Good for the urine. Next question. The first day of the 20th century was, is it red January 1, 1900? Is it yellow January 1, 1901? Is it blue January 1, 2000, or January 1, 2001? This is a trick question. It's making my mind hurt just thinking about it. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The answer is January 1, 1901. There you go. Let's move on to the next question. So just January 1, 1901 was the turn of the 20th century, so keep in mind that there was no official year 0, so that's why it's kind of delayed. All right, moving on. Next question. What was the first planet discovered with the aid of a telescope? Is it red, Mercury? Is it yellow, Uranus? Is it blue, Earth? Or green, Neptune? What could it be? So get your fingers working and answer the questions because we have a lot of prizes in store for you guys. All right, 5 seconds. The answer is Uranus, yellow. So, Uranus was discovered in 1781 by an astronomer called William Herschel, although he originally thought it was either a comet or a star. Nonetheless, it was discovered. Moving on. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Oh my gosh, for sure you guys know this. Is it red, Aeschylus? Is it yellow, Anton Chekhov? Is it blue, Tennessee Williams? Or green, William Shakespeare? There are a lot of people on our Facebook page who get this. So you have 10 seconds to answer the question. It's William Shakespeare. So, William Shakespeare, to date, wrote in 1595. He wrote the play between 1591 and 1596. All right, so there you go. Moving on. For whom were high-heeled shoes originally made for? This is nice. Is it women or children, men or short people? That's mean. All right, so for whom were high-heeled shoes originally made for? Now we see women of modern day wear high heels, especially in pageants or going to work or wherever they please. But who were they originally made for? They were made for men. Hope you got that right. Right. So high-heeled shoes were first worn by Persian soldiers in the 10th century to elevate their feet, giving them stability while shooting their bows and arrows. Interesting. Let's move on to the next question. What language is the oldest in the world? Is it Mandarin? Is it Sanskrit? Is it Hebrew? Or is it Latin? I'm not even sure. I really thought it was the dead language, but it's not in the choices. But you have 5 seconds to do so. All right, time's up. The answer is Sanskrit. I didn't even guess that. All right, so let's find out why it's Sanskrit. Right, so world's oldest language is this. The Sanskrit language is called, yes, all European languages seem inspired by Sanskrit. There you go. Let's move on to the next question. What type of celestial body is the sun? Is it red planet, yellow asteroid, blue star, or green moon? What is the sun? I think we learned this in elementary, I guess. In grade 4 or 5, not sure. It's a star. So I hope you got it right. Our sun is an ordinary star, just one among hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy, and it's 4 to 5 billion years old, something like that. All right, let's move on. What has the largest eyes in the world? Is it a tarsier? Is it a blue whale? Is it a giant squid? Or is it a llama? I feel like this is a trick question. I don't know what's true anymore. I don't know what reality is. You have 5 seconds to answer this question. So the answer is a giant squid. What? Bigger than a blue whale's eyes? Amazing. All right, so the giant squid sees the world with eyes the size of soccer balls, at least 25 centimeters in diameter. There you go. Which is the largest country in the world in terms of land area? So is it Russia? Is it Canada? Is it China? Or the USA? I'm thinking. Not really good at geography, but I'm sure you guys will answer this question correctly. You have 10 seconds. What is the largest country in the world in terms of land area? 3 seconds. That's Russia. All right. Oh. Wow, somebody's catching up. Russia has 17,098,242 in square meters. Let's move on. What is the largest organ of the human body? Is it the heart? Is it the skin? Is it the brain? Or your liver? What is the largest organ of the human body? Funny thing, I learned this in high school. I don't know why. I didn't learn this in grade school. But yes, what is the largest organ of the human body? It's the skin. Because it's everywhere. I mean, externally though. All right, let's move on. How many moons are there in our solar system? Is it 123? Is it 221? Is it 181? Or 396? And they have different names as well, different planets. Most of them have a lot of moons. So yeah, you have 7 seconds to answer this question. The answer is 181. Hope you got that right. So there are currently 181 known moons in the solar system orbiting various planets and dwarf planets as well. Next question. At what age does the brain fully develop in the average person? Is it 12 years? Is it 21 years? Is it 18 years? Or 25 years? My mind hasn't fully developed yet, so I don't know. I'm kidding. All right, so choose the answer. You have 10 seconds to do so. So the answer is 25 years. Oh, mine just fully developed just this year. All right, so human brain isn't fully developed until you reach the age of 25. So to all those people who are not 25 yet, your brain has more potential. All right. So which animal sleeps the longest? Is it a koala? Is it a sloth? Is it an opossum? Or are they cats? Sleeps the longest. And these animals known to be very, very, let's just say lazy, so they sleep a lot. I have a guinea pig. It sleeps a lot. I don't know why it's not there in the choices. 5 seconds to answer the question. The answer is a koala. The marsupial. So let's find out why. Koalas are the longest sleeping mammals, about 20 to 22 hours a day. So they just open their eyes like 4 to 2 hours. It's weird. What is the world's population as of 2021? Is it 7.7 billion? Is it 7.9 billion? Is it 7.8 billion? Or is it 8 billion? That's a lot. You're always finding your soulmate. Like, think about, there are a lot of people in the world. So hopefully you can find yours. So what is the world's population as of 2021? 5 seconds. The answer is that's 7.9 billion. We haven't reached 8 billion yet, judging by the pandemic. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Let's not go grim over here. Next question. Which fruit is actually not a biological fruit? Is it a watermelon? Is it a tomato? Is it an avocado? Or is it a strawberry? I have a guess in my head, but I'm not sure if it's right. So you have 15 seconds to answer this question. Which fruit is actually not a biological fruit? 5 seconds. So the answer is strawberry. My guess was right. All right, a berry is an how do you say that? Fruit derived from a single ovary and having the whole wall fleshy. So there you go. It's a false fruit. Moving on, what is a group of female lions called? Is it a pride? Is it a herd? Is it called a pack? Or is it called a crowd? What is a group of female lions called? Based on watching Lion King, I'm not sure about my answer. So you have 8 seconds to guess this. The answer is, oh, it's pride. It's still the same. All right, moving on. So a group of mostly female lions are called a pride. What is the hardest natural substance? Is it a marble? Is it a cubic zirconia? Is it a diamond or steel? Blank are made per pressure. I'm not sure if I'm even right. I'm giving you clues. But yes. Go ahead and guess. You have 10 seconds. For sure, you guys know this. You're going to get this. I'm rooting for you guys. You can get this. 3 seconds. And the answer is diamond. Yes. Congratulations to whoever got that right. All right, moving on. What is the oldest epic in the world? Is it Beowulf, sorry, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Iliad, or the green one? Yes. I'm just gonna read the last one. Monogatari. Yep. What could be the answer? You have 7 seconds. The answer is the Epic of Gilgamesh. There you go. I would not have guessed that. It's thought to have been told in ancient Sumer in 2500 to 135 BC. Which mythical creature has a silver weakness? Oh, I like this. Is it vampires, demons, mermaids, or werewolves? Mythical creature that has a weakness for silver or is afraid of silver. 5 seconds. The answer is werewolves. There you go. All right, so it's silver sulfide is not toxic to any other animals, but it's not soluble in water, so it can only be ingested. Moving on. This last question. Are you ready to find out who are the winners? Sorry, that was the last question. Sorry. So we're gonna announce the winner later on at the end of the event. And again, if you win the first place of Kahoot, you are gonna win a full scholarship from Level Up Academy, which is transferable. So if you know someone who needs it, you can give it to them. And also, we have prizes for the second and third place. We have prizes from Ahabon vouchers, which are organic soap and shampoo bars. We also have prizes from All Gobi Purpose Studio, Everything Good. They're giving away succulents. We have our sponsor from Bear Good, which are zero waste starter kits, from hygiene to everything that makes you feel good about yourself. All right. And we have another sponsor that we have, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit, giving away multi-purpose hinabi drapes for travel and home use. So we'll announce the winners. So don't go anywhere. Keep it stuck here, and we're going to do that. Please do stream us on Facebook, Twitch, IG. We are posting the links in the Zoom chat to everyone who's in Zoom. Just click the link to view the live video. All right, moving on. I just want to ask our tech geniuses who will be playing our riddle game, because that's the next game that we have for today. All right. So I'm just gonna, while we finalize who will be playing the riddle game, to get a chance to win one weekday paragliding worth 3,500. That's the first place for the winner. That's a grand prize for the riddle game. Again, that's one weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos. To all the adventure junkies out there, this is your chance to win that just by answering some riddles here and there. So this is brought to you by Extreme Adventure Academy. Paragliding worth 3,500 on a weekday. I want to say hi to all the people who are watching us on our Facebook stream. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this awesome event, the launch party of Level Up Academy. All right, there you go. So again, let me read the mechanics for the riddle. So trivia winners will be playing this game, or open to everyone. A StreamYard link will be sent to you through chat so that you can join StreamYard so that we can play the riddle game. And then a riddle will be flashed on the screen for 30 seconds for you to guess what we're talking about. So if you want to answer, you have to chat mine. Yes, just like live selling, mine. Yes, mine and StreamYard private chat. So you will wait for me to acknowledge the person who chatted mine, so that we could find out who will answer, so that we will prevent chaos, and then we can unmute you for you to say your answer. Okay? All right. Again, if you want to join the riddle game, these are the mechanics. A StreamYard link will be sent or will be posted somewhere. So for you to join the StreamYard chat, and the riddle will be flashed on the screen. So you have 30 seconds to answer the riddle. And if you want to answer, just chat mine in the chat box. You'll find out how it looks like later on when you join the StreamYard link. And then when you say mine, we will be able to unmute you for you to have the chance to say your answer. All right. So again, we want to thank our sponsors for making this event happen. We have Ahabon, All Gobi Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth-Friendly Daily Habit. We have Extreme Adventure Academy. So the first placer for this riddle game will get a chance to win a 1 weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos. Brought to you by Extreme Adventure Academy. You can join us. You can stream us live on Facebook. Let's say hi to the people on Facebook. Let's see. While waiting for the participants for this riddle game. Let's see. Say hi to B, to Jeb, to Ray. We have Jack, Guardian. We have Ian. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see. Who else do we have here? So you can invite anyone. We have also Melanie. Thank you so much for watching our Facebook page. Please do leave a heart react or whatever so that we can find out that you're here with us. So thank you so much to everyone who's joining in Zoom. And also announcing Zoom participants get a chance to play this riddle game for you to win the 1 weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos from Extreme Adventure Academy. This could be an awesome date for you and someone. You'll never know. Or this would be a great experience for you guys. Paragliding. I haven't tried paragliding personally. I won't try it, but yep, you guys can get a chance to win that if you win our riddle game. Again, a link will be posted somewhere for you to join us here in the chat for StreamYard. And then the riddle will be flashed on the screen. So you have 30 seconds to guess the answer. And then if you want to answer, don't shout. Don't chat it yet. Just chat mine, as in mine, ako, akin, ganun. And then just wait for me to signal you or unmute you for you to say your answer. All right. So before we move on to the riddle game, let's first see. We want to take this opportunity to show our gratitude to the parents and the students who continue to support Level Up Academy and believing in our mission. This is our way of saying thank you and showing you how much we care. So we want to show our appreciation through this video, so watch it right here. Enjoy, you guys.
Advocacy is the internal code we operate in. Our big why, as others would put it.
Education is one of the most important, if not the most important, pillar of society.
Our foundation for our next generation rests on our teachers' shoulders.
So we need your help to level up and spark a change in our world.
In education, students have to face different bosses in order to move the grades up.
We bridge the gap between educators and students so that we can team up and conquer.
Through the comfort of your own home, Level Up provides high-quality learning for everyone in the Philippines and even abroad.
There's so much room for us to improve, so let's reach up to level up. Advocacy is the internal code we operate in. Our big why, as others would put it.
Education is one of the most important, if not the most important, pillar of society.
Our foundation for our next generation rests on our teachers' shoulders.
So we need your help to level up and spark a change in our world.
In education, students have to face different bosses in order to move the grades up.
We bridge the gap between educators and students so that we can team up and conquer.
Through the comfort of your own home, Level Up provides high-quality learning for everyone in the Philippines and even abroad.
There's so much room for us to improve, so let's reach up to level up.
Awesome. So much opportunity for you guys. Again, inviting everybody to join us to get a chance to win awesome prizes from our amazing sponsors. We have Ahabon. We are giving away GCs for organic soap and shampoo bars. We have All Go Be Purpose Studio. Everything good. We're giving away succulents, the plant succulent that you're thinking about. We have Very Good, who are giving away zero waste starter kits from shampoos to feminine wash, bar in bar forms. We also have Habit and Company, Filipino culture and earth-friendly daily habit, giving away multi-purpose hinabi drapes for travel and home use. We also have Extreme Adventure, giving away the grand prize for the riddle game, which is a 1 weekday paragliding worth of 3,500 pesos. An awesome experience. We have 3 more slots for the riddle game. The StreamYard link that you can join in is in the comment section of Facebook, Zoom, and Twitch. So if you want to join us, we have 3 slots left for this riddle game because this is a one-time chance to win a paragliding experience if you haven't experienced that yet. So again, link is posted on StreamYard comment section. Comment section of Facebook, Zoom, and Twitch. So you can join us in StreamYard. Again, we have 3 slots for the riddle game. So join us now and get a chance to win prizes from our amazing sponsors. All right. So everybody ready? Are we ready to start the riddle game? I'm just gonna open my cheat sheet, my código for the answers. Hold on. So I'm just gonna announce again the mechanics for the game. Okay, so the participants, 10 participants will be playing this game. The link will be sent through Zoom. It's posted on the comment section on the Facebook page and Twitch as well. So a riddle will be flashed on the screen. You have 30 seconds to answer the riddle or guess the riddle. And if you want to answer, if you know the answer, just chat mine on this private chat that we have on StreamYard for all the participants who are in. And then we will unmute you so that you can get a chance to say your answer. All right, is everybody ready? We can see the face of the participants, lovely people joining us in this awesome Saturday. It's still morning, Saturday morning. All right, ready? Guess they're ready. So let's start this riddle game for the launch party of Level Up Academy. First riddle. What has many keys but can't open a single lock? Again, what has many keys but can't open a single lock? Giving you guys a few seconds to think about your answer. All right, we have the first minor. Okay, let's unmute James. Hello, James.
Piano keys?
Piano keys. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds about right. You got it right. Congratulations.
Nice.
You won the first riddle. Piano. There you go. All right, moving on. Next riddle. What goes up but never comes down? Sounds like a song. So what goes up but never comes down? Do we have a minor here? What goes up but never comes down? I'm thinking about karma, but I don't think that's the right answer. I'm just guessing. For you to get a chance to answer, just chat mine on the StreamYard chat for us to unmute you and reveal the answer. What goes up but never comes down? We don't have a minor yet. What could it be? So to everyone who's watching our Facebook stream, our live stream, make sure to keep it stuck here because we will be announcing the winners shortly. And you can get a chance to win amazing prizes from amazing sponsors, Ahabon, All Go Be, Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Very Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth Friendly, Daily Habit, Extreme Adventure Academy. All right, we have a minor. The first one is Arnold. All right, let's mute Arnold. I unmute Arnold. Yes, Arnold, what's your answer?
Age.
Age. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, you have the answer correct. It never comes down, sadly. So congratulations for getting it right. Right, moving on. What flowers can be found between your nose and your chin? Is there a flower here? What flowers can be found between your nose and your chin? What flower? There's no flower here. Okay, mine from Shenalyn. Hello, Shenalyn. What's your answer?
Flowery words.
What was that? Can you repeat that again?
Flowery words.
Flowery words. Let's find out if you got it right. It's tulips. Unfortunately, it's not flowery words, but that was a good guess. Let's move on. Okay, you answer me, but I never ask you a question. What am I? You answer me, but I never ask you a question. What am I? Do we have a minor? Just type in the chat box. Mine. Again, you answer me, but I never ask you a question. What am I? Come on. Type in your answers. Don't type in your answers, but type in mine. Think about it. You answer this or who or that person or what, but it never asks you a question. What is it? Giving you a few seconds to think about your answer. All right, we have Shedelyn again. What's your answer?
Echo.
Echo. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a phone. Yes, the answer to the call of your bosses and whatever. All right, let's move on to the next riddle. I'm light as a feather, yet the strongest person can hold me for 5 minutes. What am I? It's the most familiar riddle out there. So I think a lot of people will get this. Oh, we have James, first mine. All right, James, what's your answer? Hello? Can we unmute James?
Sorry, your breath?
There you go. Your breath. Let's find out if that's correct. Yes, breath. Good job, good job. Let's move on to the next one. What is black when it's clean and white when it's dirty? What is black when it's clean and white when it's dirty? This is not really... But anyway, yeah. Go ahead and guess it. Who's gonna win this round of riddle game? What is black when it's clean and white when it's dirty? Let's see, who's the first miner? I mean, we've seen this all throughout our childhood, just saying, just a clue. Okay, we have Shedelyn. Yes, Shedelyn?
Blackboard.
All right, let's find out if it's correct. Yes, a chalkboard, a blackboard, whatever you want to call it. So correct, you got it right. Congratulations. Let's move on to the next one. Two in a corner, one in a room, 0 in a house, but 1 in shelter. What is it? Again, 2 in a corner, 1 in a room, 0 in a house, but 1 in shelter. What is it? This is confusing. It's frustrating. Let's see if someone can get it right. We have a mine. We have mine. Okay, Jeb, I think James is the first one. Let's see. What's your answer, James?
The letter R.
The letter R. Yes. Let's see if you got it right.
What?
It's the letter T. I don't even understand why that's the answer, but yes, let's move on. Okay, all right, let's move on. Next riddle. The more of this there is, the lesser you see. The more of this there is, the less you see. What is it? Okay, mine. Okay, James again. Go for it. Go for it.
Darkness.
Darkness. Is darkness correct? Let's see. Is it darkness? Yes, it is. Good job. Congratulations. Let's move on to the second to the last riddle we have for today. What can you catch but not throw? Familiar to all the people out there who I'm not gonna give out any more clues, but we have this every now and then. What can you catch but not throw? Mine. Okay, we have Arnold. Yes, Arnold. What is your answer? Hello? Oh, can we unmute Arnold? Can you say it again?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Luck.
luck. Is luck correct? Let's see.
A cold.
Unfortunately, it's not. It's a cold. Yeah, we get this during stormy seasons or when we have a weak immune system. All right, moving on to the last riddle. You bury me when I'm alive and dig me up when I'm dead. What am I? You bury me when I'm alive and dig me up when I'm dead. What am I? Oh, who's first? Okay, James. Oh, James is really on the roll today. Okay, James, take it away. What's your answer?
Vegetables?
Vegetable. Can we consider vegetable? Let's ask, wait lang. Let's ask our tech geniuses. Let's reveal the answer first. A plant. Can we consider a vegetable a correct answer?
Yes, you can.
Judges. Is it a yes, a no? Is it a yes? No, sorry, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no. All right, so let's tally the scores for all the games. Thank you, participants, for being very competitive. Let's find out who will get the grand prize. So thank you. I hope you had fun with that game. All right. So, yeah. So, time for the most awaited part. It's the announcement of winners. Yeah, so we're gonna tally the scores for the first game, which is Kahoot, and the second game for the riddle game. We're gonna tally the scores and find out who gets a chance to win amazing prizes from our sponsors. Once again, we want to thank Ahabon, All Go Be Purpose Studio, Everything Good. We have Very Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth Friendly Daily Habit. We have Extreme Adventure Academy. For the trivia winners, you will get 500 hash prize for the trivia winners. We have for the runners up in each game, we will be giving away vouchers from Ahabon and All Go Be vouchers as well. And for the first prize for the Kahoot game, we have a full scholarship from Level Up Academy, which is also transferable. So if you know someone that really wants to learn something from Level Up Academy and get to experience that great learning experience, then this is the grand prize. And for the riddle game, it's a 1 weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos from Extreme Adventure Academy. So there you go. All right, so as I wait for people to tally the scores, I hope you guys enjoyed today. It was awesome, it was fun, and thank you for being competitive and good sports for playing our game. We want to say hi and hello to everyone who's watching us on the stream, on Facebook, Twitch, everywhere, and to everyone who's in our Zoom. But before everything else, we want to share something with you guys through this video. Watch this.
We started Level Up Academy to bridge learners with educators who could help them level up in specific skills or subjects. But we aim to make education more accessible, both to disadvantaged yet motivated students from all backgrounds, and to hardworking parents who will do everything to find quality yet affordable schooling for their children in whatever form. Dear parents, thank you for working hard to give your children the best shot at a good education. And thank you too to our learners for your curiosity and learning attitude. We hope to be there for you every step of your way as you level up.
And we're excited for you guys to join us here at Level Up Academy. So it's time for the announcement of winners. I wish I had a drum. Can we have a drum roll? No? None? Okay. Anyway, all right, for the third place. Third place for the Kahoot winner. We have Chris. Congratulations. You won vouchers from our sponsors. Second place is Julie. Congratulations to you, Julie. Are you ready to know who the first place is for the Kahoot winners? Everybody ready? Everyone on Facebook? All right. The person who got the most points for the game called Kahoot will win a full scholarship scholarship from Level Up Academy. Isn't that amazing? Yes. So who do you think is the winner? So the winner again of a full scholarship from Level Up Academy is none other than Andrew Diamante. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Please chat our Level Up Academy Facebook page, or if you're in our Zoom call, chat our Level Up Academy Game Marshal. Their name on Zoom is Level Up Academy. Yeah. Or find a person whose name has Level Up. All right. Congratulations to the winner of the Kahoot game. Let's move on to the winner of the riddle game. All right. So, let's see. I'm confused with the who is the winner. Can we tally the scores for the winner? Okay. All right. So again, we want to thank our sponsors. We tally the scores for our riddle game. I want to thank Ahabon, All Go Be Purpose Studio, Everything Good, Bear Good, Habit and Company, Filipino Culture and Earth Friendly Daily Habit, and Extreme Adventure Academy. All right. So let's see. We have 3 winners. One will win the grand prize, which is paragliding, worth 3,500. So the runners up for the riddle game announcement. Drum roll. We have Shanalyn and Arnold. Congratulations. You win amazing vouchers from our sponsors, Ahabon, All Go Be Purpose, and Bear Good, and Habit and Company. So congratulations. For the final prize, for the final award, the first place for the riddle game. Are you guys ready? I think this person will be very excited to have a getaway in Extreme Adventure Academy. This person will get a chance to win 1 weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos. And that person is none other than, drum roll please. Do you have a drum roll? No? None? All right, the winner is James Guarjario. Congratulations! You win a 1 weekday paragliding worth 3,500 pesos. So that's it for our winners for this event. Congratulations for being awesome sportsmen. There you go. All right. So before we end this event, it was such an amazing opportunity for all of us to share our passion and experiences here and get a chance to be competitive for today on this Saturday morning. So we hope you had fun in this virtual launch. To properly close this event, I want to introduce and call back in again Miss Ray to give the closing remarks. So take it away, Ray. Thank you so much again. This is T. Have a great
about your amazing hosting. And I'd like to greet everyone. Thank you for joining Level Up's launch party. The past year has been incredibly eventful, and the last 2 years, the last 2 hours has helped celebrate everything Level Up was and would be. This launch party is a celebration of everything Level Up stands for, which is to elevate as many lives as we can. For teachers, for the parents who love their children and would do anything to give them a better shot at life, to learners whose curiosity and drive inspire us teachers to become better educators. And to everyone else who has a right to learn but aren't getting that learning experience, aren't getting their opportunities for some reason or the other. It's truly a privilege to speak to you guys on behalf of the wonderful and talented team that brought you this event, and everyone else in Level Up Academy. The heart of Level Up will always be to elevate lives. I would like to thank everyone who came to share this momentous occasion with us. Level Up exists because people believe in our cause, and I hope we can continue to provide value to everyone so that we can deserve the trust and support that you give. I would like to thank my dad and my mom for giving me the wonderful privilege of quality education and for being the first educators in my life. I would like to thank my mom, my brother and my sister-in-law, and Enzo for the continued support of my business and for helping us jumpstart our Philippine and New Zealand markets last year. I'd also like to thank Luis for the unconditional positive regard and for listening to my doubts and helping me become the person I need to be to continue supporting Level Up Academy. I'd like to thank my friends who are here today. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting what I do and what everyone else in Level Up Academy does. But most importantly, I would like to give a shout out to B and Bernie. Thank you so much, my business partners, who saw what I saw a year ago and took a chance in Level Up in me. Thank you. Thank you to Ben and Dream for helping B out and giving advice about how we can improve our education system and what we do. I'd like also to thank Lazy Labs, Andrew, your beautiful team, and everyone else, right, who's been helping us. And I would also give a shout out to Erin, the patience and hard work for working with me on the administrative side of the business and also being very hardworking and doing everything that needs to get done. And thank you so much, Kevin, for today and even for working with our teachers, our educators, and for helping everyone in the Zoom. Thank you so much, Kev. And I'd like to thank George, Mackie, JC, and Louise for sharing time with us today, sharing their learning, talking about their passion, and trying to give us their time to share value. And again, shout out also the teachers who aren't here with us today, who can't join us and teach for today. I hope you guys can join us in our next event. Thank you so much, Britt, for managing this project and reminding me of my deliverables and everyone else's, and for making sure everyone stays on top of things. I'd also like to thank the OGOB team for the support system, the morale boost, and for inspiring me to become a better entrepreneur. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Ahabon. Thank you so much. We've been having a working relationship for close to a year now, and we'd like to thank you for that. Thank you so much again, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. Please stay safe. Bye.